Hi everyone. Now we are going to the first part of our presentation, theory summary. The first one is definitions. The multimodal discourse analysis considers how text drawn modes of communication, such as pictures, films, video, image, and sound in combination with words to make meaning. It has examined print genres as well as genres such as web page, film, and TV programs. This considers how multimodal texts are designed and how semantic tools such as color, framing, focus, and positioning of elements contribute to the making meaning of these texts. The second one, we go into about the framework of visual analysis. It has three meanings which are representational meaning, interpersonal meaning, and textual meaning. The representational meaning. This meaning presents how the image conveys aspects of the real world. There are two choices of structures. The first one is a narrative structure which represents the participant's action of events. In other words, the narrative structure depicts the participant doing something. The second one is the contextual structure, which is the generalized concepts. The participants are represented in terms in the class, structure, or meaning of the generalized stable of the target essence. Second one, the interpersonal meaning. The interpersonal meaning is concerned with the relation between the viewers and the subjects being represented. There are three different choices to codify the interpersonal meaning, including gaze, the side frame, and camera angle. Third one, the textual meaning. The textual meaning refers to how the message is organized. In other words, it possesses comprehensiveness which connects the different components of the visual and external elements in the context. Now is the application line to the real life, which present my help.
Now we are focused on the application Lightning to the real life. Lightning is an essential component of our daily life, and it plays a crucial role in enriching our visual experience. From the minute we get up in the morning until we go to bed and sleep, Lightning is a vital component of our routine. It means lightning is always with us on a daily life, from the morning to the night when we are going to sleep. It utilizes in numbered content like including home, outfit, film, roadway, and public space too, in order to create a comfortable and safe environment.
The next part, I would like to talk about the other application of lighting to the real life. Lighting is also used in entertainment business, particularly in movies and television shows. Lighting is used to generate different moods and emotion, and it can be utilized to emphasize specific individual or item in the scene. For instance, low-key lighting is used in horror movie to generate a sense of suspense and anxiety, while high-key lighting is utilized in love comedies to create a bright and joyful environment. Lighting is vital in showing audience a narrative. Proper lighting is one of the key elements of good cinematography, essential to ensuring successful outcome. Lighting might not come across as vital factor when compared to actor or script, but it is very important in all aspects of the film production. The way a scene lit dictates so much to the audience. The job of lighting in video production is to communicate the mood, the atmospheres, and to help instilling a story. Lighting plays a crucial role in building conflicts and drama for the films, especially for climaxes. It creates inner conflict among character or between character and situation, which audience can recognize if they notice the lighting. As a result, it contributes to conveying idea and expression clearly in cinematic work. Therefore, filmmakers constantly searching for new light array to combine them with the film in order to show the nuance of the character and reflect the content of the film in more realistic way.
Now we will move on example and analysis. The first expressing movie ideas is a film The Killing Field 1984 that usually took permanent states of lighting both indoors and outdoors with a slight red ripple and gray. In particular, the time of the film usually set in the early morning or late afternoon with a hazy sky. In this picture, the director's intention was to combine dim lighting with the character distress emotions in order to create a picture of grief and despair. To be specific, the picture tells the main character Sidney Samper were imprisoned by the Khmer rule by chance.
Let's talk about another function of lighting. It is expressing characters' emotions. First, it delivers negative emotions. The picture in the movie Cinderella tells the scene where Cinderella was locked in the attic by her stepmother. The lighting on 3/4 of her face highlighted the contrast between the dark loft and the brilliant life outside. On account of lighting, the mood in the picture stands out, which can be easily recognized. Lighting reflects the psychology of the character and it can be adjusted to match the emotions. The picture evokes feelings of hopelessness and sadness, which is straightforward to deliver owing to lighting. It also clearly showed her desire for freedom to get out of the place when she looked out to the bright lighting outside the attic.
Okay, so next part I will talk about how the lightning express the positive emotion of the characters. As you can see over here, the picture was in the movie Macbeth in 2019, tell the scenes where the two main characters are having a good time together. The light is bright, so we can clearly see the facial expression and also the action is riding a bicycle, right? And the light is placed in front of the subject, who are the boys and the girl. So it means to focus and emphasize the characters and also their feelings in this sense. The warm and the bright light surround the picture to create the cozy atmosphere and also to emphasize the relationship very adorable between the two main characters over here. So the light play an important role in this sense. It wants to tell us that they are very happy in this relationship and they are really into it.
Okay, in order to continue the presentations, I want to introduce to you guys some fun facts about how the light is set up in movies to reflect meanings. So there are total 5 types of meanings. The first one is frontal lighting, which is the light is placed in front of the subjects or the characters. So the reason of doing this is to emphasize on the subjects or an objects. So you can see that in the pictures in an example box, you can see that the baby face are covered by the light, so it have to emphasize on the baby face. The next one is side light, so which means that the light is put on the either side of the subjects, which is the left or the right. So it have to create a sense of mystery, and it often used in detective movies or I think in some horror movies too, or in criminals movies. The next one is backlighting, which is the light is placed behind of the subjects. So it have to emphasize on the subjects, but in a mysterious way. It's often used in some like detective movies also because it is create mysterious. The next one is underlighting. So it means that the place is put underneath the subjects and shine outward. So it will create the feelings of fears and it's often used in horror one. So you often see this in some horror movies. And the final one is top lighting. In top lightings, it means that the light is placed above the subjects and side downward. So it will create the feeling of pride, of proud, and the dominant one. So this type of light, I think, is often used in some movies which have celebrity characters. So it will have the top lighting to cover the celebrity characters in order to reflect the pride of the characters. Okay, so this is the end of the fun fact. So let's come into the final part, which is the conclusions, which will be presented by my.
In conclusion, as you can see, light together with words is one of the notable features of multimodal discourse. We can use light to encode messages instead of direct text. As used in film to a typical example of this, lighting is fundamental to film because it creates a visual mood and sense of meaning for the audience. It tells us where to look, guiding the eye to the specific either prop or part of the scene. It reflects the psychology of the character through adjustment in the amount, size, color, and harshness of light surrounding them, and it defies and supports the genre of the film itself. And that is all our presentation about this issue. Thanks for listening.